Hello there Virgo, this is your collective love reading running from the 22nd of March up until the 18th of April. Your reading's not actually due yet, it's Leo's that's due next, but I've been blocked from doing that reading. I've just been guided really strongly towards your reading and I'm getting a really strong Taurus vibe that's coming into your reading as well. When Spirit's guiding me so strongly and stopping me from doing another reading, in your case, your reading's not due yet, but Spirit's just pushing me really strongly to do your reading. I'll just go with it because that's where the energy lies. I've got a feeling it may be down to you taking advantage before the full moon in Virgo energy tapers out. The full moon in Virgo was round about, actually it was on the 18th of March, and that's all about getting yourself grounded, creating a plan moving forward to gain clarification of what direction you're going in and looking at the long term. Spirit's pushing me as well to put out there about cafe astrology, where you're able to find out what your north node sign is. That's your karmic path. But there's key here, there's key around you using what you're best at, and that's the planning, remaining grounded and giving yourself the time out, taking advantage of that hermit energy and really thinking about what it is that you want, releasing it, clarifying, I'm hearing, gaining that thorough understanding and starting to plan to move yourself forward. They're saying there's no ideas out there or dreams that are outside of your capabilities at the moment. It's just a case of putting a plan into action, and the key is sticking to it. So what I've got here up at the back is the three of, I'm being blocked here already. In a way that's a great sign because it means Spirit's coming through really strongly, so just persevere with me if there's hesitations, stammering, stuttering, hiccuping. But there's a download of messages that are needing to come through. I'm hearing it's necessary. But this three of wands that's up at the back, Spirit's highlighting to me, with it being Aries energy, that you're not taking advantage of this full moon going into the Aries season, which is starting around about the 21st of March. And that's what's stopping the progression forward. That's stopping you from going towards your success with that Six of Wands energy as well. It's grounding that energy with both of the cards being fire energy. So it's putting yourself, as I said, in that balanced energy. I'm hearing root chakra. So if it is that you're into meditation, balancing that root chakra and becoming really clear and thorough with what it is that you want, especially over the next 9 months moving forward. And then I'm hearing Christmas. If you want that transformation, they're saying again, it's about creating that plan by grounding yourself. And that Six of Wands, which is in reverse, will be turned into the upright round about Christmas. That's when you'll start reaping your rewards. Coming into the reading, Spirit drew me really strongly towards a purple candle, which I feel represents yourself in that hermit energy. It also represents spirituality as well, and prosperity, and use continuing to work on that with the spirituality, always remaining grounded. And I'm being shown an anchor, so that's anchoring in that root chakra. And with the prosperity, that's the long-term goals, looking at the abundance, and being shown now the Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles energy, both Virgo cards. I was also guided as well towards a yellow candle, And that's about a new beginning. It's highlighted really strongly here. That's on the back of that 3 of Wands card. The yellow, the vibrancy that's coming through. And yellow is about new beginnings. It's about finding that joy. The challenges. It's highlighted really strongly on the Fool card. And there's a waiting there. There's a waiting for that opportunity to come in. But it's about creating the opportunities. It's about meeting the universe halfway. Looking for the opportunities. Creating opportunities. And that starts by putting pen to paper. Okay, so let's have a look here and see why everything's happening between you and your party at the moment. So as I said up at the top, that's the current energy that you're in. But let's see why everything's happening for Virgo and their person of interest. Why everything is going down. In fact, let me nudge you over a bit before I put that card down. The first card we have here, 2 of Cups. So it may be that you're not coming into alignment. If it is that you're deeply spiritual, you can feel an energy coming in, but you've not found them yet. I've got a vibe here that some of you are working on your spirituality, working on grounding yourself, opening up those chakras, especially the third eye and the crown chakra, and you can sense an energy coming in, but it's as if you can't find it. And what Spirit's trying to tell you is by working on yourself, raising those vibrations, that energy will come in. You will draw that energy in. For others of you, you're involved with somebody at the moment that you're simply not seeing eye to eye with. You may have distanced yourselves from each other. I've got a vibe though of one of you's trying to reach out and the other one is going quiet. So what's going through your party's thoughts at the moment with regards to you? Well, it's this 7 of Pentacles, typically seen as Taurus energy. I did get a Taurus vibe coming into the reading. What else is going on within your party's day-to-day at the moment? Page of Wands in reverse. I feel there's a lack of communication there. There's a lack of enthusiasm. There's a lack of spark or being able to find that opportunity. There's a wanting there for some of you. Or for some of your parties even. I'm hearing cross-watcher reading. But they can't seem to find the space to... It's as if they're blocked. They're waiting for something to move out of the way. And then they can progress further. Okay, what are the concerns for your party with regards to you moving forward? So what concerns or anxieties do they have, whether they're with you or not, moving forward? 9 of Cups. Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be. I'm hearing there's a selfishness vibe around here though. There's a wanting to fulfill themselves and a missed opportunity. And I keep getting the word absent being thrown around. Okay, so over the next 6 weeks or in the near future, what is it that Spirit is predicting will unfold between you and your party? Ace of Swords. That can be finality. That can be making something clear. That can be progression, an aha moment, but we'll have a delve into that. Let's see. Okay, so clear, strong guidance then, please, Spirit. What can you give me on these reversals up at the top for Virgo's current energy? What can you give me on these reversals that are up at the top? There's a silence here. There's a unwillingness for some of you, I'm getting, to take action. I feel it's fear-based or coming from a place of fear, because there's an avoidance of disappointment. It's if I don't put myself out there, I won't be disappointed. A complacency, yet there's a wanting of change. There's a yearning of change. Queen of Swords, that's your energy, and 3 of Cups. I'm sensing for some of you there is a third party within the mix. Remember, that's person, place or thing. And that's the obstruction for whoever it is that's involved with you at the moment. They can't seem to get to you. So that may be career, another person that's involved. If it is, it's another person. It doesn't have to be somebody you're romantically involved with. It can be a family member, children. But there's something within the mix here that's stopping something between you and your party flowing. I'm hearing fruitfully. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Pentacles there. I'll just put you on pause while I put those up at the back. I'm getting there's an opportunity that has been missed and it's not being revisited again, or there's obstructions with it being revisited. The Six of Wands, it is about two parties or two groups coming together and surrendering to both being on the same page. They may not be in agreement with each other, but they're both on the same page where they're willing to agree that they both don't see something from the same angle. They're agreeing to disagree, but they're coming together and both going towards success together. But there's something here that's obstructing that. I'm just getting the vibe there's been an opportunity that was here and either taken away, or it wasn't what it seemed, and it may be for one party and not for the other. And that's what's preventing this energy here, this energy down here, of why everything's unfolding and why one of you has backed away. But this Queen of Swords, I'm seeing that as your energy, even though it does come up as Virgo Libra. There's a detachment here. There's a withdrawal of emotion that's being applied. And I feel you've put yourselves in a position of being isolated, trying to look at the long term. But there's an avoidance here of wanting to deal with something of how it actually is at the moment. It's as if you've made your feelings, or your thoughts at least, known, but it's the way in which it's been put across as being quite authoritative, yet you're not actually taking action on it. Again, we've got another 3 there. It's to do with some type of celebration here and the long term. Yeah, maybe with a King of Pentacles, which can be seen as an Aries, Taurus. Some read it as Capricorn. Or that can be with a situation, whether that be with a business, it be with a career, or it be with a partnership. So that's to do with moving in, getting married. But she's in a gown here. She's dressed in a gown, and I feel it's got something to do with getting married. Zoom you in, that's a little bit better. But there's a revisiting of something. I feel there's a never-ending conversation that's going round and round and round. And I even feel now that you may be considering not involving yourself with a party that you may be involved with, or can potentially be getting involved with, or who you see as your long-term partner. Because the opportunity just isn't there, and that's why you're looking further down the line and not even considering coming together in partnership, because the opportunity just doesn't seem to be there. It's as if it's been and gone, or whatever this issue is just keeps going round in circles. There doesn't seem to be closure with it here. So why is everything happening between Virgo and their party at the moment, please, Spirit, with regards to love, with this 2 of Cups that's in reverse? Well, we've got the Strength card there, Leo, and the Hierophant. That's an energy of, even though 2 of you aren't agreeing, one of you, maybe somebody that has quite strong Leo within their chart, or maybe that you're involved with a Leo, is hopeful that you'll both come together. But they're trying to do the right thing here. The Hierophant, yep, it can represent marriage. but I'm just not getting it from that at the moment. Again, it is Taurus energy. I feel you're involved with somebody that's got quite a lot of earth within their chart, or it may even be you, but I'm just not sensing it at the moment. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Hierophant? The bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Wands. Your party, they're looking for ideas here. They're looking for an opportunity. They know the position that they're in. You aren't going to come together. They're hopeful they'll find the opportunity, but it's down to them now. And I feel it's because you gave them an ultimatum, or you told them as it was, and you're sitting back now, not taking any further action. You've made something clear. This card came out in exactly the same position yesterday for Capricorn's reading. I'd suggest some of you check out that reading, because there was strong Virgo within that reading as well. So this is likely why Spirit is guiding me towards doing the Virgo reading. There's a link here. But this party that's here, they're dressed in the High Priestess colours. She's about being silent. She's about having that inner knowing and withdrawing and being comfortable with how she feels and following her intuition. Yep, the card is in reverse. I feel she's spoken up about something. She's made something clear. With that Queen of Swords energy, she's put it across as how it is, or what her expectations are. But now she's gone back, she's reverted back into that quiet energy, because she said what she's had to say. And whoever it is that you're involved with, they're hopeful that you'll both come together, but they know there's some type of surrendering that's necessary there for you to try and make progress forward. I feel they're trying to do the right thing here. But as you can see, there's a book there and there's a book here. And I'm sensing it's your party who's looking, really researching, trying to find opportunities to offer some romance, to create that spark, to show something to you lovingly, I'm hearing, that they don't normally do, and it's hard for them. What's going through your party's thoughts at the moment then, please, Spirit? I'm hearing Taurus again. What's going through your party's thoughts at the moment then, please, Spirit, with regards to Virgo? Page of Pentacles. There's that keeping quiet. They're in reflection here. They're looking back at how they've done wrong in the past, or how things need to be changed, how they can, it's not always wrong, it's how they can adapt. But there's an unwillingness to offer this pentacle at the moment. An unwillingness to communicate, to start something. Your party's concerned though that there's something to do with the past. This isn't going to be for all of you, where you're not agreeing. It may be about having a child. And whilst they're coming round to the idea, they're not quite at that point yet to want to discuss it with you. And that's where the third party can be coming in. You may be putting it out there that you're waiting for this opportunity to have a child. You're wanting to make the family from a 2 to a 3. This isn't going to be for all of you. To bring an extra life, I'm hearing, into your union or into your family. And they're not on board with that at the moment, or one of yous isn't. And they're looking back, possibly at the finances, at the long term, at how they can change this situation, because there just isn't agreement here. What else can you give me, please, Spirit, on that? There was no messing with that card there. 8 of Wands and the Emperor. I feel what's going through their thoughts is they're ready to start progressing. You're not yet. Things are going in the right direction for you at this moment. You've prioritised something that is important to you. I feel you've waited some time for this, possibly within your career, and you're communicating this to them. and they know that. But there's a stepping in on this progress that you've made. I'm hearing sabotaging vibe. It's as if whenever you try to make progress, they come in on it and hold it back to a degree. And their concern is if they offer something to you, it's going to be rejected and you're going to keep moving forward, and you're standing your ground now with this Emperor energy. They sense you're becoming more stable within yourself. You're progressing and probably observing you from the outside, organising your life more, and you've got more of a proactive approach. You're goal driven and you've worked hard for the place that you're at, especially being in that Emperor energy. But there's something's been put across here that you're not wanting to follow the typical role. If it is that you're female, it's as if the party that you're with is putting across quite an old-fashioned approach to how females used to be seen as staying at home with the children, and that's just not the case for you anymore. It may be now that you have the better job, the higher paid job between you and your party, and they feel intimidated and threat by that. But they're holding something back from you, and they know they are. And I'm hearing sabotaging again. So what else is going on within your party's day to day at the moment then, with this Page of Wands that's in reverse? Well, I think they're just living for the moment. They're just taking each day as it comes. They're seeing what opportunities are available to them and they're going with it. I feel they're trying to hide from the long term. They're hopeful about something, especially going back to that Leo energy, that Strength card that's at the beginning over here. But they're not looking at the long term. There's an avoidance of wanting to mention some type of progression here. They know it's a sensitive subject because they're not on the same wavelength. There's not a level of understanding here with the environment that they're in and how it impacts you. So what else is going on within their day-to-day, please, Spirit? I'm hearing lack of inspiration, and there we've got it. The Four of Cups. And the Devil. I just wanted to scutch you over there, guys. The candles are reflecting quite strongly on these cards. Page of Wands that's in reverse then. Yeah, I'm feeling within their environment, they're feeling this lack. It's as if this Four of Cups, it's overwhelming them. It's an overwhelming energy. It's as if it's controlling them, because while the urge may be there to want to move forward, they don't know how to go about it. And this is why they're obsessing. What's this obsession about, please, Spirit? Spirit's telling me to take from the top of the deck. Well, it's this Knight of Swords. Typically seen as Taurus, Gemini energy. Again, more Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But they know they're going to have to take action here, whether that's saying something, asserting themselves, but moving this forward. Something can't remain the way it is, and they're trying to remove themselves from their emotions and put themselves into a logical frame of thinking, of it being the best thing to do. But there's a real resistance of wanting to do it. And this is why I'm getting a drab feeling and obsessing over it, but knowing they need to do it, whether that be taking action or saying something. And the next card is the Justice card in reverse. They just don't feel the same. That's what justice can be. It doesn't always have to be about legalities, bad karma. It can be a knowing that they just don't feel the same. And the way that they're going to have to approach it may even be with a Libra. I'm getting for some of you there's an extra party within the mix here, and they're losing enthusiasm with them. There's been acts of impulsivity, and because there's been an avoidance with you, they've acted impulsively with somebody else as a coping strategy. It's like a short fulfillment as an avoidance. And they've put themselves in a position where they've ended up with all these issues that have been piled up, or possibly all of these tasks that have piled up, that they've committed themselves to avoid this issue that is going on between the both of you. So it may not be a person that they're involved with externally. It may be something they've committed to. It doesn't have to be anything sexual, any intimacy. It could be jobs they're taking on within the workplace as an avoidance, so they're there for longer working hours, something like that. But they're doing it, it's not coming from the right place. It's not for the right reasons. It's not coming from a place of want. This is why that page is in reverse. It's coming from a place of avoidance, to get them away from something, and that's why that Four of Cups is there. But they're not seeing something the same, and there's overwhelm here because there's acts of impulsivity. It's not balanced. It's not working what they're doing, and they're trying to keep everything above board. More Capricorn energy. Nudge you over there. Moving on then to this Nine of Cups energy. Yep, it can be seen as quite a smug type energy, quite a selfish type energy, a self-fulfilling energy, overindulgent energy. But it's about the self coming to a place of happiness with themselves, and this is what their concerns are, or their fears are, moving forward. There's an element here of selfishness, and that's what I was getting at the beginning, of wanting to reinvest whatever positivity there is back into themselves. I'm not seeing it as them being overindulgent with regards to food, alcohol, drugs, that type of thing. I'm seeing it with regards to attention. There's something about jealousy here, and needing to keep the attention about them. And this is what the anxiety, see, I'm getting my words confused. I don't think they're communicating this to you. They're keeping it about themselves, or they're in denial about it themselves, or there's not quite an understanding there. And that's why when I'm trying to channel it through, it's not coming through fluently. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Nine of Cups, of what the concerns, fears, anxieties are moving forward with Virgo, whether they're with them or not. Spirit's telling me to take from the top of the deck, and it's the Six of Wands. You've got that up at the top. Next card, the Empress. I feel they're going to try and create a block, or they become quite insecure. And this is their energy over there. They like to keep you boxed in or hemmed in, or about them. And if you become distracted by something, they simply don't like it, because the card that's at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. It's as if whenever you try to make progress with something, they try and pull on your heartstrings and swoop in with something that you want. Something you want from the connection with them. They hold it back, and then when you try to make progress and elevate, they'll swoop in with something that they wanted to give you and suggest it and go, if it's about marriage or moving in, do you not think now we should consider doing this, like you said? But you're now at that energy You've now established yourself. You've now taken on extra commitments. They could have had the opportunity earlier on when your opportunities with other things weren't there and everything was revolving around them. But I'm feeling now that you're progressing, they're going to start coming in and offering what you were suggesting to them earlier on, because there's a wanting to stop you moving forward, and there's a selfishness vibe here. It's as if they're trying to keep themselves in the higher regard. They're in competition with you, but they can see that you're moving forward, and it may not be about who's bringing in the higher wage or who's bringing in the... I'm hearing more followers. I'm not sure where that's coming from. It's down to attention. And there's something that you've got, more of a desirability or attractiveness than what they feel they've got. And you can draw people in. Maybe with this spirituality vibe, because I'm being drawn to the purple here. That's on her dress. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Ace of Swords? There's a prevention here to stop you trying to move forward. And whenever you try to make progress, and now you're standing firm with it. It's as if they can't hold you back now. There's no control over it. The universe is getting involved and saying you're being moved on. They'll swoop in with something. There really is a selfishness vibe here. What can you give me, please, Spirit, on this Ace of Swords that's going to unfold over the next 6 to 12 weeks? What are you predicting will unfold over the next 6 to 12 weeks? I'm hearing making something clear. And you've got it again. Ace of Swords. Absolutely clear to the Page of Wands. And the Five of Cups. I feel you're going to turn your back on something. Okay, the next thing I'm going to put out there is you wouldn't believe the amount that I've been disturbed with in this reading, the amount I've been distracted, and it's as if I'm trying to, well, yeah, I am. I'm trying to get to the end goal, which is this part of the reading here, to try and give you the predictions from Spirit. And I feel this is what the energy is like playing out in your life. You've now got a goal, or you've put a plan in place of where you want to try and get to, and you're sticking to it. And this is the energy that's coming through from Spirit, as if you're constantly being distracted, or somebody's going to be coming into your energy that's going to try and distract you, try and take you away from what's important to you, or the status, the level that you've got yourself to, where you've established yourself to, and they know you've worked hard for, which is this Emperor energy that's over here. There's going to be a resurgence here, Spirit is saying, with this Page of Wands energy that's coming back in. Some of you have been guiding this energy in, because what's at the top of the deck is the High Priestess energy. And I did say at the beginning of the reading, there's this knowing I feel that you've got. You can sense there's a return, or there's an energy, there's a vibe, something's coming in, but you can't quite place it at the moment. Yeah, maybe a Pisces, doesn't have to be. But the next card to then come out of the deck is this Nine of Cups. I feel it is this party for some of you. They're going to come in and create this obstruction for you. And this is where the lack's coming in, this Five of Cups. They know that you've started to make progress. They may be witnessing you've made progress. It may only be from a distance. Because that Three of Wands that's over there at the back, that can be about distance. But it's about lack of clarity around it, or no opportunity coming in. So they may be unaware of what the actual distance is that you're making. They just know that you're moving on. They may not have heard from you. And there's a feeling of insecurity here with them. and they're going to bob back in. But I feel offer you more because they know they need to. They know they need to step it up now, especially with this Ace of Wands energy that's up at the top. They need to start being creative, start to think of what more they can offer you. If it is, it's a revisiting energy, because what they was given before simply wasn't worthwhile. It's about reminding yourself now that you are in that Emperor energy. You've worked so hard to get to that level, to create that position for yourself, to have that inner knowing, and for people to treat you fairly and in a balanced way. But it's taken your party a long time to get here, because there's work that's been needing. There's growth that's needed to take place for them as well. This isn't going to fit for all of you. Remember, it's not a personal reading. But they are coming back with new intentions, with more self-awareness, with this Nine of Cups energy. Wanting to reach the Ten of Cups with you. Wanting to make something clear to give you that opportunity, that Ace of Swords that we brought out at the beginning, to offer you that key to move forward. Yeah, only slowly, but they feel it's something worthwhile taking patience with, doing properly. It's not a flash in the pan. How it may have been before, it really is something that's worth investing in and caring for. But it's down to you of whether it's something you want to revisit, because I feel your vibrational level is in a hell of a different position than what it was before, and this party knows they're really going to have to step it up. They're really going to have to step it up with that Ace of Wands energy that's over there. Really going to have to show how they have changed, and rightly so. The energy feels scattered as well. It really has been a insightful reading for me. I've learnt loads from the reading. Yeah, it's just been a crazy energy, and yeah, just sending massive hugs out your way. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if it is that you're after more specifics, just check out the description box below and that can tell you how to go about a personal reading. Over and out. Bye.